Hi there, I'm Sarah. Most of my friends at the office think I am some kind of health superhero because I always have a colorful meal. They are constantly asking me how I stay so disciplined while they eat cold pizza at their desks. Honestly, I used to be very different and once decided to go on a diet that only allowed me to eat boring salads for a week. Go on a diet means to follow a specific plan for eating and drinking, usually to lose weight or improve health. But that salad phase was a total disaster because I felt like a zombie every single day. I was actually becoming malnourished because my body wasn't getting the energy it needed to function. I was so hungry that I couldn't even remember my computer password at work. You won't believe what happened when I finally saw a box of donuts in the break room. Malnourished means physical condition caused by not eating enough food or not eating the right kind of healthy food. I didn't just have one donut. I completely lost control and started to binge eat every sweet thing I could find. When you starve yourself for too long, your brain screams for sugar, and you end up eating way more than you ever intended. It felt like my stomach was a bottomless pit that afternoon. But then, I discovered a word that changed how I looked at my shopping cart. Binge eat means to eat a very large amount of food in a short period of time, often feeling unable to stop. I realized that most of the snacks I loved were ultra-processed and filled with chemicals I couldn't even pronounce. These foods are designed in labs to make us want more, even when we aren't actually hungry. I decided right then to stop letting factory-made snacks run my life. However, I didn't want to go back to another magic weight loss trick I saw on TikTok. Ultra-processed food means food products that have gone through many industrial stages and contain many added ingredients like preservatives and artificial colors. My cousin told me I should try intermittent fasting and only eat during a tiny 6-hour window every day. I tried it for 2 days, but I became so hangry that I almost yelled at my boss for breathing too loudly. It turns out that skipping breakfast isn't for everyone, especially if you have a stressful job. I knew I had to find a way to cut out the bad stuff without losing my mind. Intermittent fasting is an eating pattern where you cycle between periods of eating and periods of not eating. Instead of stopping everything at once, I decided to slowly cut out sugary sodas and add in more water and herbal teas. I stopped thinking about good or bad foods and started thinking about my holistic health instead. This means I look at how food affects my sleep, my mood, and my energy levels at the office. I started feeling like a real human again, but there was still one problem with my healthy meals. Holistic health is an approach to wellness that considers the whole person, rather than just physical symptoms.
If you're enjoying the video, you can download the free worksheet in the description to practice these phrases later. It includes all the phrases, simple definitions, and exercises to help you remember and use them naturally. Hit the subscribe button to get your weekly lessons. Now, let's get back to the story.
I realized my homemade meals were a bit boring, and I probably had some nutritional gaps because I was eating the same 3 things every day. If you only eat chicken and rice, you miss out on all the cool minerals found in colorful vegetables. To fix this, I had to change where I spent most of my time in the supermarket. I headed straight for the section where things don't come in plastic bags. Nutritional gaps mean the difference between the levels of nutrients your body needs and the amount of nutrients you actually get from your diet. I started filling my basket with whole foods like apples, spinach, and raw nuts that haven't been changed by a factory. When you eat things that come directly from nature, you feel full much longer than when you eat a bag of salty chips. But how do you know if something is actually whole or just pretending to be healthy? I learned that you have to be a bit of a detective. Whole foods is a type of food that is not processed or refined, having the least change from its natural state, and contains diverse nutrients. Now, I always take a second to read labels on the back of every box before I put it in my cart. If the ingredient list looks like a chemistry project or has sugar listed as the first ingredient, I put it back on the shelf. It's amazing how much junk is hidden in healthy granola bars. Read labels means to look at the nutritional information and ingredient list on food packaging to see what is inside. This habit helped me practice something called mindful eating during my lunch breaks. Mindful eating is all about slowing down and actually tasting your food instead of scrolling through emails while you chew. I used to finish an entire sandwich without even realizing I had started it. Now I notice the textures and flavors, which helps me realize when I'm actually full. But I still get intense food cravings sometimes. Whenever I'm feeling sad or stressed about a deadline, I get huge food cravings for dark chocolate. I don't fight it anymore. I just allow myself to have some and move on with my day. Life is too short to cry over a piece of chocolate. Food cravings is a very strong desire to eat a specific type of food, often something sweet or salty. I prefer to focus on nutrient-dense meals that actually give me the power to survive a Monday morning meeting. I choose foods that have a lot of vitamins for every calorie, like avocados or eggs, rather than empty calories like white bread. Nutrient-dense means foods that are high in nutrients, providing lots of vitamins and minerals. People often joke that I'm an almond mom in the office, but honestly, I just try to be kind to my body. Almond mom is a slang term for someone who's obsessed with eating super clean or controlling what others eat, often in a strict or unrealistic way. I'm not counting every calorie or living off green smoothies. I eat pizza on Fridays, salad on Mondays, and chocolate whenever life feels too serious. To me, that's not failure, it's balance. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe and grab your free worksheet in the description to practice with me.